Okay, so welcome to my channel. Uh, Today I will discuss about the salary reality of the biomedical engineers in India. Okay, so I will record all this video in English only just because if you are going to be a biomedical engineer or service engineer and want a good salary, so you must have a good communication skill. If you have a good communication skill, so because of that you will get a decent salary and everything. So I will discuss all these things. Okay, so when it comes to the medtech landscape, so what is happening around us? Okay, so currently there is a boom in the infrastructure of the healthcare facilities, okay, and the diagnostic centers also. Then it comes to the critical role of the biomedical and service engineers, because uh, we are working on the backbone. We are working as a backbone. We are the real people who are working behind the repair and the how the things will work. Like we are the only people who can be able to who know how to resolve this issue, how to troubleshoot. So basically we are making the uptime and the life saving equipment, everything. It comes to the ventilator or robot and anything. So for that one, we are only responsible people. So we are the backbone and we have a critical roles. And currently the market is completely shifting. So previously there is a very low salary structure for the service peoples. Okay, but nowadays in 26 the responsibility has been changed and the new salary realities also it comes, and the technical competence also has been changed now. Most of the, if you go for the interview for the service engineer and everything, so most of the question will be like either it's a communication based and they are looking for someone who have a good technical competency. These things will be there. So there is a evolving in the demand. So hospitals and OEM are demanding for specialized skills like those who having experience in electronics, and they also aware about the softwares and the compliance also. So it is like ISO will be there, ISO and IEC will be there. So these things you must be aware ki which certification and the compliance rules will be applied for the manufacturing, and their role of QA and QC also has been nowadays has been, it is in demand. So for quality assurance and quality check people also in medtech industry, it has been increased nowadays. Okay, so when it comes to the fresher salary reality in India, so it will be in the range of 15 to 25K. Okay, these are the average monthly salary if you are working in some hospital and all. Okay, so a starting salary is highly depend upon the where you will work. Okay, and the size of the hospital also. If you are a BME biomedical engineer, so it depends upon the hospital where you will work and the type of company. Either you are working with the OEM, some manufacturing company, and the third party service provider. If you are working with the third party service provider, so your salary will be like 12 to 15K. Okay, but note the service engineer's role typically start at the lower. So like the service engineer role will be start just because of this TPA will be there na, third party service provider will be there. Because of their because of that the salary will be little bit lesser. Okay, when it comes to the mid level growth level. Okay, so nowadays as the technical expertise and everything is required, the salary experience, and there is a significant jump. So previously the average monthly salary range from the 30 to 60,000, but nowadays robotics will comes into the picture, and because of robotics you have a 2 3 years of experience, so you will got a decent salary like more than 80 to 1 lakh a month. Okay, these are the range of the salary you will get. So higher salary growth is consistently observed just because of if you work for the, because most of the robotics and the CTMRE company are the MNC company, and they will work with the, if you also work with the reputed hospital chain, but you will get, but for these are the high paying job. Robotics and the radiology CTMRI are the high paying jobs in the in this biomedical and service engineer field. Okay, so at this stage your ability is independently up in, you can be able to do the troubleshooting independently, so that is the more important, and minimize the uptime of downtime of the uh, equipment. So that will also bringing a great asset, so that will also specialize you. Okay, that will define your skills and all. So because of that you will also get a good salary. Okay, so most of the, if you go for the interview of this mid level and all, so they will most of the time they will ask you a situation based question. Okay, when it comes to the role and the salary comparison, so the For in-house biomedical engineer, they are primarily focused in the asset management. They are aware about the number of patient monitor, number of ventilator, number of uh, whatever the parts and the whatever the parts they have available in the market, whatever the equipment they have available in their hospital. So they will do the all the asset management when it comes to the in-house biomedical. They will log the call for the routine preventive maintenance. Then they will do the compliance for NABS certification, and also they will do the documentation and everything. They will work on that. When it comes to the field service engineers, so most of the field service engineers, they will do the complex repairs, installation and upgrade, and parallelly the PM of the equipment into the required hospital. Okay. And when it comes to the work environment for the biomedical engineer, they are like 9 to 5 job. They will work in the static work environment, but sometimes it will be like rotational shift will be there if the hospital will work for the 24/7 system. So sometimes they have to do the night shift also. Okay. And then it comes to the field service engineer. So field service roles are completely dynamic, and it is a high travel required when you are working for the MNC, and in sometimes a startup. If you are working for the startup, so a startup having a less number of employee, so at that time you have to do the pan India or even abroad, out of India travel also it is required sometimes. So you have to be very much dynamic. Okay. And the starting salary for the in-house biomedical engineer, it will be range between the 18 to 25. These are the market standard, but if you got a good chain hospital, so you will get more than that. Or no, also it depends upon your skill and where you have done your internship and all, so it's completely depend upon that. Okay. And they are a little bit lower start just because of third party service provider is there. If you start from the MNC also, here also you will get a good and decent salary, but parallelly you will got the allowance means travel allowance will be there, daily allowance will be there. So wherever you will go, you will got the allowance. Okay. So here the growth for the biomedical in-house biomedical engineer is little bit static. It's like this like the growth is like little bit like this. But when it comes to the field service engineer, their growth is like exponential growth. Okay. So this is little bit a straight line. You will get according to your experience, you will get the decent hike. But when it comes to the field service engineer, they will got a some exponential growth will be there, because if you are working for some third party and suddenly you will switch to the MNC, or sometimes you will work for laparoscopy and you will switch to the robotics. So these are the things, this will help you out. And sometimes you are also working for radiology, CT, MRI, and then you will switch to robotics. So at that time you will get a good and decent hike, matlab very good hike sometimes you will get it. Okay. When it comes to the key factor of influencing salary, so local private hospital is also there, they are providing an average salary, and the third party service provider is also there. So these are the average salary of the third party. And then it comes to the corporate hospital, it will be around 35K. And then it comes to the global MNC will be there. There are a lot of company, they are most of the time, if you have a good experience, good skill set, and good communication skill. Good communication skill is very important. If you have a good communication skill, so you will get a very good and decent salary. Good and decent salary you will get it. Okay. It will be like more than 1 lakhs and something like that you will get it. So nowadays completely the market has been changed. So some specialized field will be there. Okay. So the specialized field having the higher pay scale. Okay. So one of them is medical robotics. Medical robotics, currently the medical robotics is in the top. So when someone is working on the surgical robot, so currently I am working on surgical robot. Okay. So if you are working in the metro city, so you will get a decent hike. So this is the medical robotics. If you see that this is the surgical robot, and there are some others robots are also coming. Okay, a lot of robotics company will be very soon it will comes to India, and there are also some Indian manufacturers are also there. And there is advanced imaging system like CT, MRI engineers, those who field engineers who are working for the CT, MRI and Cath lab also, they will also got a good salary. And though if you are working for the clinical engineers or like product specialist, okay, or you are working as an application engineer, so they will also got a good salary in any domain. It's like medical robotics or even in advanced imaging, sometimes for radiology also, ultrasound and all. someone is working as a clinical engineer or product specialist, they will got a good and decent salary. And someone from the regulatory affairs, those who are aware about the ISO and FDA will be there. So if you are aware about the FDA and CE compliance will be there. So these compliance, if you are work in the regulatory affairs for a startup or MNC, so that will also you will get a decent salary. And sometimes the QA QC also will got the good salary in this field. Okay. And then it comes to the how these things will matter. Currently nowadays everything will be like, if you have a practical skill, your ability to read the service manual, understand how to use the multimeter, diagnose the hardware issue, and parallelly you can be able, you if you are aware about the software and all, the currently most of the things has been changed to software, and it is a combination of software and hardware. So if you are aware all these things, practical skills, practical troubleshooting skill, that will help you out to grow. Okay. Then continuous learning. So you have to be must be aware about the medical technology evolving rapidly. So engineers who is self educate on the software integration and the IoT internet of things will be there in the medical devices. Currently most of the hospital multimodality hospital, they will use the modular OT. So these things you must be aware. And robot is also penetrating to the tier 2 tier 3 cities. So if you are aware, and if you want a self growth, and so at that time you will get a good, so continuous learning will help you out. And sometimes the OEM certification will also help you out. So some company like GE, Philips and Siemens, they are providing some certification in radiology, and as per their uh, manufacturing unit they have, so accordingly they will provide some certification. So you will, if you work there and you will got that certificate, that will also help you out in to grow. Okay. And when it comes to the practical step to boost, so what you have to do, you have to do the internship, early internship. When you are in the third year or fourth year, you just do the internship. Okay. Then you have to master the basics. Means you don't have to, you have to start from the basics. Sometimes also we will feel like this one, when you are working on the field and you are just you just looking for the service manual and all, but sometimes some basic issue will happens, and like power issue, and sometimes some fuse has been gone. So these things you have to do masters the basics. Then you have to do the volunteer for installation. You just go to the field and train other people, those who are not aware about the installation, and the installation protocol will be there. Okay. Then it comes to the soft skills matters. So soft skills like communication with the doctors and the hospital administration is the key to moving the management. So you just got the managerial role very soon. You have a good communication skill, administrative skill, you can be able to adapt and manage the people. So you will definitely got the managerial skill. So these are the practical step to boost your income. Okay. And these are the top MNC company like Medtronics will be there, J&J, Stryker, Award will be there. And when it comes to the intuitive surgical, this is the gold standard for the robotics and all. B Brown will be there for consumables business, G Healthcare for radiology, and then it's called Zimmer Biomed. Alcon will be there for for all the ophthalmic equipment and everything. Alcon will be there. Siemens will be there for CT MRI. Smith and Nephew. Then these also Edward will be there. Resmed will be there. Fresenius will be there. These are some company, those who are a good MNC company. Okay, some Indian company are also there. Merrill is there. SSI will be there. These company are there. Those where you can try for your job and all. Okay. Then it comes to the reality check. So what do you expect? Okay. So a starting low is completely normal in this industry. Okay. First 12 to 18 months is essentially paid training. Do not get discouraged, and you just keep working. Okay. And the growth curve is exponential once you prove your technical reliability and the critical situation handling issue, everything. If you can be able to troubleshoot some critical problem, so that will be help you out. Okay. So how to succeed? So just you to hit the upper salary bracket, you must be specialized in an high revenue generating equipment like imaging, and the robotics will be there, and remain adaptable and always prioritize hands-on problem solving. So you have to mark everything, you have to document everything. If you got some unique problem into the field, you you just take a document and make it. Okay, yeah, I find this issue, because most of the in interview and all, they will ask you a situation based question. At that time, you have to be answerable, so you cannot be able to answer at that time, so you will not get the good salary. Okay, so if you have any question, so please feel free to ask in the comment section, and like, share and subscribe medtech robotics and AI in service engineering by AP. I will definitely upload some good video of the surgical robots and everything. Okay, and thanks for watching.